Hello everyone and welcome back to my newest video that I am calling Decorate and DIY. I am getting a little bit ready for spooky season and this is my first year, well technically my first year in this house for Halloween. I was here last year but we moved in so quickly that I didn't really want to decorate for Halloween, so this is my first year actually decorating. And right now you're seeing me start with this giant web and spider situation that I got off Amazon. I saw it on TikTok, like I see everything these days, and I absolutely had to have it. Right now I'm basically just getting this big guy ready and doing my favorite part, which was untangling it. Psych, this was definitely the worst part. It definitely takes some patience. I think this took me a good 20 minutes to fully untangle and get where I needed it to be. But luckily, the result in the end is worth it overall. I obviously cut out a bit of this, but it took me like an hour and a half basically to get this all pinned up and set up how I wanted it to be, which was a little more time than I want to spend on, anything including decorating, but that's okay. And here I am just putting on the little baby spiders to, make the spider web just a little more authentic. And then I'm just putting the big giant fuzzy spider in the web right here. I do wish this went in a little bit easier and maybe there's a better method for it that I'll try next year. But so far it's been up for a while and it has not budged, so I will take it. And here is the end result. Overall, I'm very happy with how this turned out, and luckily it's in the entryway, so when I open up my door for trick-or-treaters, they will hopefully see the spooky spider web. And here I'm just adding a tiny bit of decor, just my nice little neon bat, which I thought was nice on my plant shelf here. And the next set of decorations I'm putting up are these what do you call them? Just like stick-on bats in front of my mirror. I looked up some pictures on Pinterest on how I wanted to do it, and honestly, I wish the end result was a little bit better. You'll see how I finish this up here, because I think I just went in too much of a straight line and made it just a little wonky looking. I don't know, but let me know what you think. In the end, I really do like having these bats up. I think it adds a nice little spookiness to my bar card area. Instead of using the sticky things that I was provided with when I bought these, I ended up just using double stick tape because I read somewhere that they don't harm the walls or the mirror as much, so that's what I went with instead. Just hopefully that works. Also, I'm pointing at the TV, I don't know what at, but I was watching Housewives, which is what I do most of the time when I'm doing projects like this. And here's the end result. You can see it's a little like off-center-ish, but I don't have the energy in me to change it, so this is what we're working with this year. Now I'm just adding a little bit of fall and spookiness to my dining table. I got these white pumpkin vase fillers from Target and added those to my little crate and barrel center bowl situation. And now I'm just wiping down the table as you would when you add new stuff to the table. And I'm just going to go ahead and do some table runner layering. I couldn't figure out exactly what to call that, but yeah, so I'm just adding this table runner that I got from Target, which I realize now is like kind of uneven at the end, which is interesting, but I just put this on my table and I'm going to go ahead and layer that with a little spider web. I don't even know what you'd call this little spider web thing that I got in a pack on Amazon. I really like the end result of this. It's pretty minimal, but also, with the season and goes with all of my spiders and bats around the house. So yeah, big fan. Now we begin the DIY portion of this video. I really wanted to spray the grates of this fireplace black because the bronze is just not doing it for me. It's old, it's dated, and it really just doesn't look good. So this is one of my first real DIY projects that I wanted to complete in the house. I will say I definitely did make some mistakes in the beginning of this DIY, which you are going to see in this video. But right now, I'm just trying to figure out why I can't get this top grate off. Like, why is it not coming off? I was able to get the bottom one off nicely, but I, in the end, figured out that the top one was not going to budge. And I did try for quite some time, and I was definitely worried that I was going to break something. So I'm kind of just sitting there in contemplation thinking, what the heck do I do now? I don't really want to paint in the house, but it seems like it's going to be inevitable at this point. And here's just a clip of my husband also trying to figure it out and realizing, yep, it's not going anywhere. The instructions I used to spray paint these grates, I actually took from a YouTube video that I will link in the description box of this video. But I essentially am just following the steps that he provided, which meant sanding down the grates and washing them off with some Dawn dish soap. So that is what I am starting off with here. And I am in my garage, laid down some paper, and I am just getting started with some sandpaper. I don't know what exact grit this is, and honestly, I bought some specifically for this, and I ended up using a different sandpaper because I couldn't find it, and I forgot, so there is that. But here I am just sanding it to a nice, sanded perfection. I'm not sure what's the best way to call it, but yes, enjoy this riveting video of me sanding the grates down on this guy. Now it's time to start spray painting, and this part of the video watching back made me cringe so hard because I did this totally incorrectly. I created a ton of bubbles, and I did have to go over this a couple of times. I also did crack my garage, so I do have ventilation in here. But you can see I'm already, oh my god, I can't watch. I'm already getting bubbles and splatters on this thing. So the method you really want to go about here when you're spray painting is to shake this up a ton and do light, continuous sprays. And as you can see, I am doing heavy, non-continuous sprays. And at this point, I'm getting really worried and really irritated because I can see the splatter and the bubbles. So I'm kind of just panically going over it, and then I touch it. What was I thinking there? I have no idea. But just know you really shouldn't do it this way. This is a lesson on not to do. And I'll show you the better method of how to do this when I go on to the second set of grates, because I freaked out and watched a bunch of videos on the best methods for spray painting. So yeah, just don't do what I did here. Luckily, this did end up looking okay even before I made the fixes that I did. It just looked way worse when it was wet and sent me into a panic. But what I've learned about spray painting is that you just gotta be patient. And luckily, I did that, which is not something I'm very good at. As you can probably tell, we have moved on to sanding the second set of grates. I spent a ton of time taping this off and really just protecting my TV stand and my TV because I've never spray painted indoors before. Well, that's not true. I did do that as a kid at my friend's house on the walls, but that was definitely a different situation. So here I am just doing my regular sanding here and kind of just double checking all the tape and everything. And I do end up adding some more tape because I realized there was a gap back there that I did not notice. And I really just don't think getting spray paint just like deep into the depths of my fireplace was really a good idea. So I went ahead and added some more of that. I've completed all the preparation steps, I am going to start spray painting here. I'm definitely afraid of this, which is why I grabbed this little target box to kind of shield the paint from just going anywhere, even though I have all this coverage. I probably did do a little overkill there, but honestly, I'd rather have overkill than paint on all of my stuff. I do cover up a little bit of my spray painting here because of this target box, but as you can see, my technique is completely different than before. I am shaking it up repeatedly, doing very slow, continuous sprays, and already while I'm doing this, I can tell that it is so much better. I just have a problem with patience, and I think I was trying to go too fast before, and now that I was going nice and slow, the results were just wildly, wildly better. Although I did have to go over this a couple times because I did just notice there were some spots that I ended up missing, which happens. So this project was a little bit lengthier than I wanted it to, but again, the results in the end were so nice and so satisfying. And here I am, just observing my wonderful work. Here we have the finished product. I mean, can you even believe how much better this looks? Oh my gosh, goodbye to that dingy brass. I love this. Moving on to a little furniture assembly, I finally ended up getting a little coffee table for my living room area. I definitely felt like my living room was missing something, just something where you could, set your drinks, set a candle. I just really felt like I was missing a little piece of that in my living room. So I got this glass top coffee table that I have honestly been looking at for probably the last year we've had the house. I've had my eye on it for a while, and finally I just bit the bullet and bought it. And it was not very expensive. I forget how much, but it was definitely under, I believe it was under $200, but I'll absolutely link it in the description. Coffee table ended up being one of the easiest things I've probably built for this house. You literally just take these two pieces and put them together like a tiny puzzle, and then you take the glass top and you put it on and you fit it with the little silver doodads. I have no idea what you would call those, and then you just Allen wrench screw them in, and it was literally so insanely easy. I was so happy because I feel like so many things you build, it just always goes awry, and this was definitely a peaceful, easy situation for me. Here it is all complete in my living room. I also just added this cute tray from Amazon, and I think my living room is finally kind of at a spot where I want it to be. And now I'm just adding a little bit of decor to my bathroom. I got this mat from Target that I think is just absolutely adorable. And here are the other decorations that I also put up in my bathroom. Just got a little Casper thing from Etsy and then some decorations from Target. And that's me. Just tidying up my living room a bit here, and I wanted to show you guys one of my favorite steps, which is chom-chomming my couch. If you have dogs, that shed all the time, or just dogs in general, doing this is so helpful, and you end up collecting so much hair off your couch. It's pretty gross, but man, this tool it's awesome. I definitely recommend it to any pet owners out there. Now I'm just showing off my last little bits of Halloween and fall decor. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you would like to see more like this, I would totally appreciate you subscribing, and just let me know how you felt with this video in the comments. I hope you guys have a great day and a great spooky season, and I'll talk to you next time.